Not sure if this is even out there on YouTube, if any doctors, anyone in healthcare is talking about just their experience being with patients at bedside and maybe just saying a quick prayer for them. I think it's important for a couple reasons. One, for the healthcare workers out there, the doctors, the nurses, the PAs, just anyone in healthcare, to just kind of talk about how we get through these experiences, how we bring God into our work in the hospital, and that you're not alone, that there are so many others out there that are trying their best to bring God into a place that sometimes can feel pretty desolate, pretty isolating, and difficult to bring God into the hospital. And I also just wanted to make this video to just talk about prayer in and of itself, why I think it's important to pray for patients, why I think it helps physicians be better doctors if they pray for their patients. I just want to start out by saying that I wish that I prayed for all my patients. I wish that prayer was something that I made like a foundation in my practice and in my mind for each patient that I see, because I'm just going to be real here that I don't. In a day in the hospital and a day in the clinic, it's so busy that most of the time I'm just trying to get my work done, and I really hate that. I hate that I can't bring God into my work, even just in little moments for each person. And it's something that I'm hoping to work through, and hoping to just incorporate in my future practice. Why pray for patients? I'll just start off with like an example. So as a neurology resident, most of the time, a lot of my patients are in the ICU, whether they're strokes or hemorrhages or they're in status, and most of the time they're intubated and sedated. And I go in the room and I see these people and I examine them. And as any neurology resident knows, we're just checking brainstem reflexes a lot of the time. So we're checking their pupils, we're checking their corneals, we're providing painful stimuli to see if they move their arm back, to withdraw, to see if they're there. And a lot of the times that feels really dehumanizing. I know it's something that we have to do. It's something that I need to do to prove that they're there, that they're in there, even through sedation, that they can give me some like form of human life. But it's hard a lot of the times, because a lot of the times it kind of separates me from them as a person, and I kind of catch myself just doing the task, checking the boxes, like, do they have corneals, do they have pupils, and then moving on. And a lot of the time I don't even know their name, and I'm just moving so quick because I have so many patients. And I bring this up because there are times where I'm in that moment and I realize like this like pull. I realize that I'm a human, they're human, and like, what am I doing? Unfortunately, most of the time that's when they're really sick. Like, I know they're going to probably die. And that's when I just take a moment of silence and I'll remember, and I'll pray for them. Some people might say, oh, that doesn't do anything, that doesn't help, blah, blah, blah. And there may be people that aren't believing in God watching this video. I do think it does something, not only for the patient, but also I think for the person that's praying for them too. Because I know for me that when I'm praying for these people, it allows me to remember that that I'm a person, they're a person. I see them as they are, and that I love them as a person. And my job as a doctor is to do what's good for them. To love is to will the good of the other. So through prayer, I'm willing that good. Like, God, be with this person, like help them, like your will be done in them. And even just not even for them, like praying for their families. It's only healthcare providers can know what it's like to just like walk outside a room and see families that are coming in, seeing a patient very sick for the first time on a ventilator, or leaving knowing that this is the last moment they'll see them. And to see that every single day definitely takes a toll on doctors, nurses, anyone really. Prayer is a way to not only ask God for assistance for these people and their families, but also to, I think, strengthen the patient-physician relationship. I think it's one of the key ways that we can just get rid of that like mechanistic mindset that healthcare has like ingrained in our heads, that like go to A, go to B, go to C, put in the orders, check the labs, do X, do Y, do Z. It allows us to see the people as people and recognize the humanity in ourselves, that I want the good for them. I want goodness for them. I want them to get better. I want to help them. And I think prayer gives us strength. It gives strength to the provider, it gives strength to the patient and the family. And I just want to encourage you that if you have those moments when you're in med school, residency, or as a doctor, and you just ask God to be with the people that are going through it in the hospital, and I'm sure it will make all the difference. And I know it has in my life, and I've seen it, I've witnessed it. And I just wanted to be a doctor on the internet that promotes praying for their patient. And I hope I could be better and do it better over time. And I know that God will put that on your hearts, and as he's put it on mine. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, let me know in the comments, like, do you pray for your patients? What do you think about that? And yeah, so God bless you guys.